Pardon me and my tone. You can't step to my throne. They ain't working like me. I did this on my own. You asking where we been, huh? I don't know where to begin, huh? All this dirt on my skin. I just came here to win. I'm more than a man, I'm a monster. Somebody call a pastor, doctor. I got a 6 sense for imposters. So now I'm coming for the whole roster. It's not a game, why you playing with me? You could double back, lose track, try and hang with me. It must be in my veins, something you can't tame, cause I break the chains. Can't control me. I got the power, I got the keys, cause I break the chains. They try to hold me, I'ma push back. Just wait and you'll see.
I mean, to see our student body rush down and fill the bottom part of the section, the remainder of our crowd to be amped up for the final minute of play, like, that's the takeaway. And I know for some guys, or for some people, the story is what happened. And, you know, our administration has obviously made it clear that that's not the stance and what we want from the volunteer spirit. You know that I feel the same way. That's a very few number. Man, the passion, energy from our fan base. I've been in a lot of competitive arenas as a player and as a coach. There was nothing better that I've ever been in than what happened on Saturday night. Yeah, I didn't sign any mustard bottles or golf balls. Maybe wish I had a golf ball that night, you know what I mean? But I'm only kidding. All right.
99% of the people in this world want to be great. Would you agree with that? Yeah, they're called wannabes. 1% work to be great. Drop the mic on that.
There on the field, the pride of the Southland band crisply marches into the Giant T. The rear, the roar of 97,000 fans rises with each rhythmic step. In the background, George Beatsis is singing "White Balls Fight." The orange and white shakers flood the air. The volunteers are ready at the north end of the football field to burst through the gate. They're coming now, racing onto the field through the Giant T. In that magic moment that says, wherever you are, it's football time in Tennessee.
Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley.
I'm Dauber. What's happening, guys?
I'm Xavier, the X Factor.
It is this is Christmas Eve, guys. It's Christmas Eve. Kickoff is, as of right now, I started looking at my watch here, my imaginary watch. We are less than 24 hours away from kicking things off inside of Neyland Stadium. It is freaking go time, man. We've been talking about it. We've been talking about it and talking about it and talking about it. I put a tweet out. I sent a tweet out earlier this week, and I said, you know, it seems like we have been talking for 8 months. It seems like once the bowl games end, we start talking. We start recruiting. We talk about transfer portal. We talk about expectations. We talk about hype. We talk about spring camp, fall camp, all the camps. Dauber, it's go time.
I'm ready, man. Let's kick it off.
Xavier, what are your plans for tomorrow? What do you do on a typical game day? Anything special? Any traditions?
Well, like I said, just call up the boys and we either go out to eat somewhere, because I know this Thursday we're going to think about hitting up Kickback Jacks and going to catch the first game there. But just grab the guys and crack open a few brews and let's get it. It's football time in Tennessee.
I can't. It's hard for me to watch football games with people. Only Tennessee games. Any other game, I'm good to watch, relax, have a good time. Me and JP have been in our fair share of almost fisticuffs over Tennessee football games. There was a game, the Texas A&M game, a few years ago under Butch Jones that went, 6-7 overtimes. JP left the room. He wouldn't even stay in the same room as me and Dauber. He got up and walked out. What about you, Dauber? We're less than 24 hours away, buddy. What anything special planned for tomorrow?
I don't know. I've not even thought about it. I had a long day yesterday. Took all the kids to see Imagine Dragons in Atlanta. So it was like down and back and whirlwind. We got back at 5 in the morning. So I took today off, and I'll get something cranked up for tomorrow.
See, that's backwards. I took Friday off so that I would be prepared and ready to give my all for Tennessee tomorrow night during the postgame show. Don't forget, guys, tomorrow, things kicking up into full gear. I'll probably drop a video in the morning. We're going to do a tailgate show about an hour before kickoff. And I think I'm going to open it up. I think I'm going to open it up to the elite members of the channel, because we got the fan call-in show for all the members. It's going to be every Tuesday night at 9 o'clock. I think we'll open up the tailgate show tomorrow, hour before kick. Come hang out. Then immediately following the game, we'll be live. But enough from us, enough from the three of us. Let's run down the chat. Let's see who is hanging out in the chat tonight. Lucas's Rad Dad videos in the chat. Can't wait, GBO. Good to see you, Lucas's Rad Dad videos. Brady Easley in the house. It's almost goal time. GBO, what is up, Brady? Wade Rouse drops a $2 super chat. Says, how do I upgrade my membership? GBO, I saw you guys talking about this in the chat. Wade, I appreciate the super chat. I did see that you have an iPhone, which can cause a problem when you have an iPhone. I think you have to go to the membership link that is in the description below. You got to go down there, click that membership link, then it should allow you to go ahead and upgrade that. But thank you for the super chat. Thank you for being a member of the channel. Wayne's in the house. What's up, Wayne? Boogie Dauber and the X Factor is in the house. I told you guys, rotating cast of characters, you never know who's going to show up for Talkin VAWLS Live. VFL Willie is in the house. What's up, VFL Willie? Eric Ass Jones is here. Yeah. Everybody's like, I didn't know I had to advertise Xavier. Next time I'll let you guys know. Clearly, we would have 500 people in the chat instead of 230 if they knew Xavier was here. Crystal's in the house talking about whiskey and wings. You can't go wrong with that. John Baxter's here. What's up, John? David Speaks in the house. Tired of talking about practice. It's practice, man, not a game. We're talking about practice. Peyton Williamson dropping some predictions in the chat. Kelly Goodwin is here. What's up, Kelly? We're going to get into predictions. We're going to talk a little bit about Ball State, what we're expecting to see on Saturday. What's up? Moose is in the house. I almost sent Moose the link. I probably should have. Disrespectful on me. Evan Counts for 5. Thank you for the super chat. Cannot watch football with people. You talk during my Tennessee game, you're getting the backhand. Yeah, that's my problem, man. Just people don't understand how much we care. And I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of people talking during my Tennessee football game. Riley Bell's in the house for a $2 super chat. One more sleep. That's right, one more sleep. Thank you for the super chat, Riley. Thank you guys for hanging out tonight. Do us a favor, smash that like button just below the video. Quick, free, easy, helps the channel. Also, look, here's the deal. On the morning show, you guys were nuts. We added like 50 subscribers within an hour live stream. It was insanity. That does not happen. And because of that, I said I was going to give away a free shirt. I did it through the raffle, put it through the old Google randomizer. I almost want to lie and say that this isn't the winner because all this person does is show up and hate on me and talk trash to me. But Brad Burnett, you're the winner. Message me your address. But I want to give away 2 shirts. I want to get Dauber, you know what I do. I give away too much stuff. I'm taking over for JP. We're going to give away 2 shirts. Here's how you can be entered to win a T-shirt. Go to Twitter right now. Go to Twitter, find the link where I posted that we were live tonight, retweet it. That's all you got to do. Just go to Twitter. It says it's Christmas Eve, yada, yada, yada. It has the YouTube link. Retweet that. You'll be entered to win. We got 254 people watching live. Let's see if we can grow this thing tonight because it is game day. Boys, it's been a while since we've been back together. The news came out since the last time there was more than just me on the stream. Brew McCoy, now eligible. Dauber, how much does that open up this offense? What are you looking for out of Brew McCoy, Cedric Tillman, those wide receivers in Hendon Hooker?
I mean, it's another body. It's another quality body that has some experience. I mean, it's kind of hard to gauge anything based off the depth chart that was released and where he's been practicing. Of course, coming in a bit late, maybe a little bit behind on blocking schemes and the playbook, but. Man, you hope it's another one of those kind of diamonds in the rough that Tennessee has gotten out of the transfer portal, and you hope that he can come in and be effective because you know teams are going to try to take away Tillman. That's going to be one of the big focus points from opposing defenses is going to be to shade Tillman or have double coverage, bracket coverage on him. So to have somebody else on the opposite side of the field that can get some targets get some catches. And look, we're not even mentioning Jalen Hyatt. So, you got some other athletes there. That's just adding another one in the mix. So, it's a good thing. Glad he got cleared. We talked about it last time we were on last week. It's all about the student athlete, and I think a lot of that that the goings on of that situation didn't have the student athlete in mind. So glad it got cleared up for McCoy, and glad he'll be out there.
What about you, Xavier? What do you think? We know what we're getting with Cedric Tillman, and that feels nice because rewind a year ago, we didn't know anything about the wide receiver position. And, last year they talked about having a rotation of guys. Alex Golish met with the media a couple of weeks ago and said he feels like he's got 7 to 8 solid guys. But he said, I said the same thing last year. So I don't know. We'll see how it plays out once we get to conference play. But how much do you think Brew McCoy adds to this wide receiver core? And do you think they truly have 7 to 8 guys? Who do you trust on this wide receiver unit?
I mean, yeah, it's huge. Like what Dauber said, yeah, like it's really good that he got cleared because, we was about to be in panic mode, coming game day. And, because like what he said, because, they're going to try to take away, Tillman. Like I said, they're going to double cover him. So, yeah, this is very huge. And, I say they have a couple of guys that they can rotate in, and so I just can't wait to see all that. But really, though, Tillman said that he has something to prove. So I really feel like and believe that he's going to ball out this year. Like I have a feeling he's going to have another high year this year.
I like his confidence, man. I like him to come in with some confidence. I like Hendon Hooker to come in with some confidence. I don't know how much I necessarily trust the wide receiver room. I like what we're hearing about Brew McCoy. Kind of what Dauber said, you got to prove it on game day. Like practice, we're talking about practice again. You got to prove it on game day. Tillman's the only one that's done that. But I like those three, Tillman, Brew McCoy, Jalen Hyatt. I think we got 3 really dangerous wide receivers. And I think if we get a truly dangerous Jalen Hyatt, like a dialed-in, focused Jalen Hyatt, yeah, if he delivers, then the sky's the limit for Tillman and Brew McCoy. Jalen Hyatt being able to stretch the middle of the field is only going to open up this offense even more. Let me go back up here. We got a couple of super chats. Let me get caught up on those real quick. A lot of people in the chat. Thank you guys for hanging out. Just less than 24 hours, man. 24 hours away. Vols, lacrosse fan for 10. Thank you for the super chat. We appreciate that, my man. Back for another season with Talkin Vols. Best Vols football podcast. Go Big Orange. We appreciate that, man. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the kind words. Like that's it still blows my mind that just a couple of regular dudes, just a bunch of the people that have rotated on and off this channel, the 3 of us here, JP, Indy Kid, Snake, like we're all just regular East Tennessee dudes, and it still blows my mind that so many people come hang out to watch us talk. BB King becomes a member of the channel. Appreciate that. You've got those custom Talkin Vols emojis, access to fan call-in shows. We're still on that membership drive. Guys, join the channel. It is a way to say, I like what you guys do. Here's a little tip in the tip jar, and we appreciate it. So thank you for that. David Speaks for 5. Thank you for the super chat. Does Brew crack 100 receiving yards tomorrow, fellas? GBO, Xavier, I'll kick that to you. You think Brew hits 100 yards tomorrow?
Well, I hope so. I mean, it's expected, because if you're the number one, class athlete that everybody was talking about back in, 2019, I expect you to crack at least 100 plus yards. So, but we'll just see. Like I said, I hope he does.
What do you think, Dauber?
I'm leaning towards no. I think there's going to be a heavy dose of running the ball tomorrow, and I think Hooker will spread it around a little bit. I hate to use the word vanilla, and we've gotten into that in years past and talked about it's Georgia State. They're not going to show anything. They got to hold their cards for Florida, this and that. But I do think that they'll try to get tempo going, but there's going to be a heavy dose of running the ball. I tell you what, this year I fully expect the tight end position to be utilized a ton more. Just spread the field and get those guys down the seam. But we're talking about the wide receiver room. We didn't mention Keaton, Holiday, Callaway. You've got guys that have all had flashes at times. They've not maintained and been consistent, week to week, but they've shown that. The same thing with Jalen Hyatt. He's shown that at times, but he's gone on the record in the offseason and said, listen, I wasn't fully committed, and talked with Velus Jones and went through the offseason workout differently. So I think there's a lot of these guys that they're ready, they're focused, they know what their job is. So I think you're going to see production from a lot more guys. Wayne Stearns throws out Walker Merrill. That's another name. You've seen some plays, a few here and there, but it's getting those guys up to where they're at that level consistently throughout the season.
But let me play devil's advocate. Let me rain on your parade real quick.
Bring
because that's what it feels like we've been saying for a while, right? Jimmy Callaway, Jimmy Holiday, Jalen Hyatt, they're going to be big-time wide receivers. We've been saying that for 3 years. And, yeah, they flashed at times, but here's why, for me, Brew McCoy stands out. And we'll find out. He could be the biggest bust in the history of college football. We're going to find out. That's what's so fun about football. But here's the thing for me. Like Cedric Tillman, right? He took that step when Josh Heupel took over. A reason why I still kind of question Jalen Hyatt. I got to see it to believe it because he's had a year under Josh Heupel, and he didn't deliver. Jimmy Callaway, Jimmy Holiday, they had a year. Ramel Keaton, it's go time, man. It's time. If you want to play at the next level, if you want to do this for a living, now's the time for a guy like Ramel Keaton. Whereas Brew McCoy, this is kind of his first rodeo with this coaching staff. It's a new life, fresh blood. We'll see. We'll see. And I hope nothing more. I would love nothing more than to see those guys. Ramel Keaton's a guy that I've been kind of saying, man, I want to see him be this year's Cedric Tillman. Buy in, put in the work, and let us be talking about him next year going, wow, look what he did. We got a lot of Super Chats. Just playing a little devil's advocate there. We got a lot of Super Chats. Let me catch up on those real quick. Steve Truitt for 10. Thank you for the Super Chat. Receivers will run wild. It will be hard for teams to focus on just a couple. Again, I agree. I hope.
Let me stop you right there and answer that. What was one of the biggest problems we saw under Pruitt with the wide receivers? Not shaking the coverage. They weren't getting out on their routes. What have we seen under Josh Heupel? Guys are running free because of the schemes. The way it's designed, I don't think. And you did make a good point. Yeah, those guys were in the system 1 year. Why didn't they excel like Tillman? Well, maybe like Jalen Hyatt. Maybe they weren't committed to it. Maybe they weren't.
Sure.
Maybe they weren't bought into the process. They've been in it a year now. They've seen, hey, if I put in the work, look at what Cedric did last year. That's where I want to be. So I mean, it's one of those things. Those guys only push each other to be better, and that's what. You want a wide receiver room that is hungry and that they all want to be alphas. They all want to be the man. And, that's all you can hope for.
They just got to prove it. They got to prove it to me because, it's the same. It's the same with Brew.
What was the same thing like with Jalen Hyatt? You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, he seen what Velus Jones did last season, and he actually walked up to him and was like, yo, so how do I – do what you do. Like, I want to be like you. And I just think that's awesome. Like, for him just to, take that extra step and to raise the bar to be like, I want to be just like you, kind of mentor me, show me, your ways. And then he's going to go out here and prove it.
Yeah, it shows maturity. It shows maturity for a young Jalen Hyatt is what it does. BB King for $24.24. Dropping that big-time super chat. I got to get the leaderboard rolling. BB King dropping the dime and doesn't even say anything. Just says, boys, enjoying the show. Here's a tip in the tip jar. We appreciate that, BB King. Let me get caught up on super chats, then we'll move forward because people in the chat being very, very generous tonight, and I want to make sure we get through all these and don't miss any. Brian S. for 10, same deal. You guys just saying, here's a tip. Love the show. Continue the conversation. Thank you, Brian S. for the super chat. Appreciate that. Peyton Williamson for 5. Thank you for the super chat. D-line is what I am most interested in. Need sacks bad. Yeah. I mean, we talk about the struggles in the secondary against Purdue. We talk about getting off the field on third down. Xavier, it all starts with the line of scrimmage. You got to get after the quarterback. You got to see B.Y. Tyler Barron, and somebody's got to emerge on the inside, whether that's Omari Thomas or somebody else. Somebody's got to step up and replace Matthew Butler.
Yeah, and like I said, that's just a big question for this going into this season is that, I mean, you got to get after the quarterback, because like I said, because it's like we always make – like not even a 4 or 5 star, QB, you know what I'm saying? Like just look like he just outshines us, But yeah, we got to get really better at getting at the quarterback.
Crazy Nugs for 2. Thank you for the super chat. The only question is, do we win by 40 or do we win by 50? Yeah, it's going to be a glorified scrimmage tomorrow night. If it's not, we're going to have some major concerns, and we're going to shoot straight right here tomorrow on the postgame show. We'll get into predictions at the end of the show, Crazy Nugs, so stick around. Philip Scout for 5, sticking with 8 and 4. Love the show. Glad to see how far this team and this show have come in the last year. Thank you, Philip, for that. We appreciate that. Like I said, I feel like we've been grinding for 8 months, building this audience, growing this show, growing this channel to get to where we are now. Now it's finally time to talk a little football. So I'm excited about that. Like I said, we're going to get into predictions here in just a few moments. We're going to break down Ball State a little bit, what we're looking for. But I want to talk a little bit about renovations. Have you guys seen the video that has come out showing off the new scoreboard, the new seating? There is a little tour of Neyland Stadium. A lot of people in the chat have asked to see the renovation. So I thought we could kind of show that off and kind of go through this. Maybe I'll pause it a little bit. But this is from 24/7 Sports, watching a tour of the new renovations. Let's take a look at it here. Let me go back. I already need to rewind. I just started it. Look how sweet. How sweet does that party deck look, Xavier, up there? And
That's nice.
Would you guys watch it? Would you watch a game from up there, Xavier, or no? Yes or no? Standing room only. Would you?
I would. Yeah, I really would. I mean, like I said, any seating's good for me. So, but yeah, I definitely watch the game from up there.
What about you, Dauber? You going to drop the dime that it costs to stand up there? It's kind of like Atlanta, right? What do they call it?
Man, I don't know. That's rough when you're standing room only. 4 or 5 years ago, I was in New York and went to a Yankees game. Got some standing room only tickets, and you're standing the whole time, but it's, you kind of have to be lucky and get up next to the railing. I mean, it's cool. It's awesome to see Neyland kind of modernized and updated. It really is. It's sexy. It looks good. When I was a student down there, I had some GAs that had offices in South Stadium Hall, and you talk about the bowels of Neyland Stadium they're pretty scary, man. Really low ceilings, narrow hallways. It was dark and dingy, and that brownish yellow color and bad lighting. So the stadium needed some upgrades, and we talked about Danny White and what he brings in terms of fan experience and the entertainment factor and all that. And it's also keeping up with some of the other schools. You look at down there in the bottom corner next to the field, the viewing room. Boogie, you and I went on a tour of it and saw it there a couple years ago, where they bring recruits in kind of field level there and they can eat and all that. It's just those amenities that are needed.
I was gonna do some nice little tech work and have it playing while you talked, and I think you thought that was cutting you off. I was just trying to play it while you were talking. Alex Cole for 5, thank you for the super chat. Can't wait to see Brew go ball. 58-7 Tennessee, go Big Orange. I like that score. I'd like to see them keep Ball State down just a little bit. Robert Tyndall, I see your super chat there. We'll get into that here in just a second. I'll come back to your super chat because that's a good question. But thank you, Alex, for the $5. We appreciate it. Let's take a look at some more of the renovations here at Neyland Stadium. You see there the new letters, obviously. Did you guys see there was a conference call yesterday, and they talked about, or today actually, they talked about how those letters are going to somehow be involved when they run through the tee. Did you guys see that?
No, I didn't see that at all.
I don't know if it's because it's a night game, if it's going to be part of just the light show or if it's going to be, I don't know. They said it was going to be something when they run through the tee. I also like the new seating they showed right there. There's something kind of nostalgic about those Neyland Stadium bleachers, but at the same time, those seats look way more comfortable. And look, we're still over 100,000. I know that was a big part of it. People were upset about going under 100,000, which we didn't. We're still there. You're seeing some of the stuff underneath the stadium here, I believe. But like Darby, you kind of talked about Danny White. He sticks to traditions, but he's also seeing the future. Look, this is the view from the party deck right there. Maybe I'm changing my mind. Maybe I want to get up there with Xavier and have a cold beer and just hang out. Dude, they're a pretty penny though. The price of admission to stand up there is through the roof. But look at that view, nice little atmosphere. I think it's kind of cool. Again, Danny White, Xavier, is looking to the future while still holding true to tradition.
He is, and that's what I really love about him, because even people was talking about it before, like, and I'm sure that you guys know, because, you're older than me, but they wondered why they took the Vols letters down to begin with, because it's just tradition. That's what they say that, that's what cursed Tennessee is that, the Vols letters that came down, and, nobody wondered why. But now that Danny White has brought him back, hopefully that, this will steer us into the right direction. And I love it.
Yeah, I love that they're back too. I've said it before on the channel. It's just nostalgia for me. Being a kid, going to Knoxville, even before I ever even stepped foot in the stadium, those letters were kind of the first thing you remember seeing. Let's hit this super chat from Robert Tyndall. Good little question here. Can you describe your thoughts on what Banks needs to accomplish to be in serious contention for the Butkus Award? Thank you for all you guys do. We're going to see some Indy Kid around this season. I don't think so. I've not talked to Indy Kid it's probably been a couple months since I've talked to him. He was walking away, changed jobs. He was focusing on him, not the channel. And never say never, but it's the last time I talked to him, I don't think he really had any desire to do YouTube. The last time we all three got together, he said he was going to delete his social media and everything, but his Twitter's still out there. His Instagram's still out there. So, like I said, never say never, but as of now, I think the Indy Kid is focused on other stuff. But let's talk about Jeremy Banks. Xavier, I'll let you kick things off because I know you're a big-time Jeremy Banks fan, but what does he have to do to be a legitimate national-type player, not just the best linebacker at Tennessee, but like an all-SEC type of guy or a Butkus Award nominee?
Well, he's got to set the example for the defense. You always talk about, Boogie, he's got to be that leader in that locker room and in that linebacker room. And I think he just needs to get better at just reading some of the blocks, and he really needs to try to get after the quarterback as best as he can. Because I know that he kind of struggled with that, kind of like misreading, blocks and trying to get after the QB. But I mean, that's just what I love about him, because he has that dog mentality in him, and he just goes 100 miles an hour. He don't care who's in his way. He's just on go mode, and that's what I love about him. So, and I know he gets a lot of hate, but I mean, I love the guy. So for me, I think that he needs to be the leader of that defensive room, and I think he will. I think he's going to show out this season.
Go ahead, Dauber. What do you think?
Man, I threw it out there last week. I think he's my he was my pick as guy to have kind of a breakout year. So I think that if he can harness that rage and anger that he plays with, and not play past the whistle and make those mental mistakes that he's made that have hurt the team.
I wouldn't mind a couple of suplexes.
But Xavier brought up a key. There are times when he wouldn't shed blocks clean enough, and then the back or whoever had the ball was, he couldn't get off a block cleanly, and they were by him. Is that whole a step late? Out of arm's length. He needs to take some space, and the defensive front and the linebackers, they've got to step up, and they've got to get pressure. They've got to make some plays in the backfield. The team did a good job last year of tackles for loss. I think they were top 10 in the nation in that. They were number one for a while. I can't remember how they finished up in terms of that. That's one of those random stats that they throw out, guys wearing white shoes on a Tuesday, blah, blah, blah. But,
it's a big stat, though, but it is random.
Yeah. But it's key. You get pressure on the quarterback. You get him moving from his spots. His eyes have to move quicker and everything else. He's not going to be as accurate. That's when they make mistakes. So, but for Banks specifically, I think he's got to cut down on the mental mistakes and, just continue that trajectory that he's shown, because let's face it, you're talking about a converted running back. Again, dude has so much talent, and such a motor that doesn't quit. That's why that I think he can succeed at that position, because he has gotten better progressively, and we just hope that continues. Can he get to the level of like a Butkus Award winner? I don't know. He'd have to ball out this year, and that's making impact in every game, making impact in every play almost. So I'd love to see it. I don't know that he quite gets there, but shoot for all conference, shoot for being mentioned for the award. That'd be icing on the cake for a good year for him.
It's almost like Hendon Hooker. Can Hendon Hooker win a Heisman? Can he put up the numbers to win a Heisman? I think he can. If he goes out, we've seen it with Josh Heupel's quarterbacks. Year 2 is their year. That's when they really take a step and they get better statistically. And I think Hendon Hooker can do that. But for Jeremy Banks, Hendon Hooker to be considered for these national awards, Tennessee's got to do better than 8-4. And I think that's where kind of the majority of this fan base and the media, most people seem to think Tennessee's at 8-4. But look, we'll see. I love Jeremy Banks for Xavier laughing about wanting to see some suplexes. I'm the same way. The reason we love Jeremy Banks is the same reason he gets those 15-yarders, because he's got that dog in him. Like, he's so aggressive. Let me get caught up here. Jana Mangrum, thank you for becoming a member of the channel. We appreciate that. I got to put this up there, too, real quick. Crazy Nug says, Boogie, I love how it's my fault. It's just my fault. Why ain't X on the show more often? Well,
he's supposed to be here last Wednesday.
Xavier was supposed to be here last Wednesday. He was running late. I was like, dude, just sit this one out. It's all good. He works. My man works. I work. Dauber works. I tried to get Xavier on some morning shows. It just, the timing doesn't work. He'll be here tomorrow. Calm down, Crazy Nug. Calm down. Xavier will be here tomorrow for the post-game show.
I got
don't
you,
worry.
Nugs.
Don't you worry. I told you guys we got a rotating cast of characters. Well, everybody's going to be on here. It's going to be a blast, man. I'm excited this year. I may be more excited about this channel this year than I've ever been. We got a great group of dudes that are all ready to contribute and be a part of these live streams. It's going to be great fun. Alex Stoffel for $10.01. $10 wasn't good enough. He says, here's an extra penny, flips it to us. Appreciate that, Alex. It would be great to get Hooker out of there early and see if Joe Milton has improved on the deep ball. Maybe we'll see Taven Jackson at some point. Hashtag Go Big Orange. I definitely want to see Joe Milton. I kind of said that in one of my videos talking about game day, what I was looking for. And somebody commented and said, I want to see Hendon Hooker out after the first quarter. I want to see 28 points, like 28-0. Get Hendon Hooker out. Get Joe Milton in there. Give him the second quarter. Get him out, and let's see the freshman Taven Jackson. And I agree with that. I want to make sure that Taven Jackson gets a red shirt. I don't want to see him in more than 4 games unless absolutely necessary, but I want to see what he's got. I want him to get some live ammunition, some live bullets when it counts. I want to see that. Xavier, what do you think? What do you want to see at quarterback? Do you want Hendon Hooker out? Some people, the opposite opinion is no, leave him in. Let's put up some Xbox. I got yelled at for saying PlayStation numbers. They're like, this goofball plays Xbox every freaking week on this channel, and he's saying PlayStation numbers. Do you want to see him put up some big-time numbers, or the team is what matters, keep him healthy, get him out?
Well, for one, I mean, I am Team Xbox, so, I had to throw that out there real quick. Second, yeah, well, I mean, it just needs to be to where get the score up to where it's a very comfortable cushion lead. And then, get him out of the game, because the way that I see it, because let's say if you keep him in there for too long, and knocking on wood, and Lord forbid, if he gets hurt, then we'll kind of be in that situation like we was with Joe Milton, when he got hurt. And then now he'll be the starter for the next game. So, yeah, you need to get a good lead on these boys, and then just rotate the QB out. Just have Milton come in for a little bit, have him get his reps in, have Jackson come in, get his reps in as well, and just leave it at that.
Dauber, thoughts on the quarterback position?
You go to Pitt in 2 weeks or a week. You can't play just a quarter.
No.
I mean, you got to get game in game mode. I think you play the first half and maybe the first possession of the second half, and that's providing everything is crisp and clean. You come out and you're throwing the ball all over the field and missing big for receivers. You got to stay in and put the work in. I mean, there's the chance of injury on every play, so you can't play scared and you can't play for next week. You got to get through right now. So I think you gotta leave them in. You gotta get timing going, because I mean, on the road at Pitt, I think we talked about it. That's kind of one of those toss-up games. Pitt lost a lot from last year, but I wouldn't sleep on them. And it's a road game, so I think Hooker needs to play at least the first half and maybe the first series of the second half, just to get kind of in that game mode, it's a big difference for being out there in practice and running over and taking a drink. Game mode is game mode. You got to flip that switch, and you can't cut it off too early. So
maybe the best point you've ever made on this channel. Somebody screen grab this. Listen to me praise Dauber live on air. That's a good point, man. That's a really good point. I'm so focused on health, but you're right. You're right. Get him some game reps, man. I agree. You got to get ready for Pitt. That Pitt game is so big. And if they go take care of business and beat Pitt, then guess what? That Florida game is so big. And then you go win that, then LSU, and so on and so forth. It just keeps rolling. But that Pitt game is so important. Guys, I'm not ignoring it. Guys in the chat, we're running a show here. We're having a conversation. We're having some good fun. Harmon J. Seaball for $210. That doesn't just deserve the clip. That doesn't just deserve that deserves some flashing lights, Xavier. That deserves some flashing lights, because that's $210. $210. Harmon J. Seaball, you're insane. First of all, you're insane. First of all, thank you. Second of all, you're insane. $210. That ain't cheap. You guys yelling at me, Boogie, just shut up, stop talking. Play the freaking clip.
Money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 Million Man.
Updated leaderboard down there at the bottom. Xavier's back there flashing the lights. Harmon J. Seavall for $210 says, new season, time for a new all-time donation. Only up from here. I'll be there tomorrow, fellas. Can't wait for the post-game shows while I'm waiting in traffic after the games this season. GBO, fellas. Harmon J. Seaball, appreciate that. I don't even know what else to say. That's insane, man. $210. That's somebody that apparently likes what we do, guys. Likes what we do. Very, very generous. Got you updated on the leaderboard. Harmon J. Seaball says, hold my beer. It's the last day of the month. So I'm going to go ahead and take the all-time donation, the top August donation, and the top live stream donation. Nobody's going to touch me. $210. I feel like we should just keep talking about Harmon J. Seaball, but he really doesn't ask a question. He just blows up the super chat. Thank you for that, man. Appreciate that. Very, very generous. Just blows my mind. Blows my mind. Travis Melvin for 20. Thank you for the super chat. That ain't cheap. $20 ain't cheap. $210 is on the border of insanity. $20 ain't cheap. It's appreciated. Think it will be a sellout? I don't think so. I'm thinking like what, 85,000 maybe. It's a Thursday. It's Ball State. I know there's a lot of hype and excitement, but I just it ain't going to be a sellout. 85,000 maybe, Dauber.
It's a work night. You know, a lot of those fans from Middle and West Tennessee. It's tough to make that trek for a Thursday night game because you're talking, you know, really probably leaving Wednesday. If not early Thursday morning, taking Friday off. I mean, it makes for a good week, good weekend. But yeah, I don't see it being a sellout. Even with the revealing of the new updates in the stadium, the new light show, and all that.
Yeah, because that's what I told my homeboy at work too. Because he asked me if I wanted to go down to Knoxville for the game, and I was just like, man, it's Ball State. We're gonna blow them out by 50 or 60. So that's why I just decided like, hey, we'll just go out to Kickback Jacks, get a couple pictures, get the guys together, and we'll just have fun.
M5 for $10.02. Thank you for the super chat. 10 and 2. GBO, I'm skipping class tomorrow to watch the game. Are y'all proud? Boogie told me to. Wait, what? I didn't say that. I never said that.
Did you sign his note?
I will forge the note. If you need a note, let Uncle Boogie know. I'll sign it.
You see what he did there?
What'd he do?
10 and 2, 10-02.
Oh, I didn't catch that. No, because these guys are insane. Like John Hill shows up and he's like, "Here's $12.13," and it's like, what? I don't understand the dollars and cents. So I missed M5's joke there, but thanks for pointing that out. I appreciate it. Daniel Ellis becomes a member of the channel. Thank you for that. You got access to custom Talkin VAWLS emojis, fan call-in shows, all kinds of fun stuff. Guys, drop those emojis in the chat. Show people those custom Talkin VAWLS emojis. There's mustard bottles, golf balls, Heupel's head, power tees, all kinds of fun stuff. But the members of the channel, man, you guys drive this thing. You guys want more morning shows. You want Boogie to quit his job. You want more full-time coverage. Keep joining the channel. Memberships are kind of give us a gauge of where we're at versus like tonight. You guys are nuts. You guys are being very generous with super chats. There's no guarantee. Memberships kind of gives us an idea where we're at. We appreciate that, Daniel. Landon for 5, halftime. 35-0, pull Hooker, put Milton in the third, put Jackson in early fourth or mid to late fourth. I'm on board with that now. Dauber convinced me earlier.
There we go.
You feeling good about yourself?
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. That's a good plan right there.
That's a dub. Maybe we'll make a new shirt that says Dauber was right. I think I'll probably sell about 3 of them to you and your family. That'd be about it. Maybe 20. You may just buy all 20 of them. Jody Wooten for 5. Thank you for the super chat. Do you think Hooker will break Peyton's TD record this year? I don't even know what that number is. Does anybody know that number off the top of their head?
I don't even know what that number is.
I'll Google it. Well, look, you paid a super chat. You paid money. UT football passing TD season record. You paid good money for a super chat. Oh, and it pulls up Texas. That's so disrespectful. Let's see here. Tennessee Titans. My goodness, what an absolute disaster. We got Titans. We got Peyton Manning passing touchdowns. 89? That's in his career. That's not in a season. I'm looking at career. Peyton had 89 touchdowns in a career. I don't see a single season record, though. Let me go to the chat. The chat always knows what's up. Let me see if somebody in the chat's going to put what it is.
Crazy Note says it's 35.
35. Yeah, 35. Yes. I think Hendon Hooker could easily break that record. What do you guys think? I think Hooker could break that record.
I think he can.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What was his final line last year? 31 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, right? Yes, and he didn't play some of the scrub games. And if you go with what Dauber said and you kind of give him some live reps and let him play, man, I don't see why he couldn't break that record. The way they go fast, the way they run more plays, I think so. I would. Is there a Vegas line on that? I would take that bet. I would take that bet, Jody Wooten. So, yes, overwhelmingly yes. Tennessee King for 10. Thank you for the super chat. Going to be one of them 80,000 coming from Chattanooga. 4 of us coming up. Enjoy it, man. Enjoy it, Tennessee King. And I was making a video earlier today, and I was talking about game day and walking down Peyton Manning Pass and turning on the Philip Fulmer Way, entering the stadium, running through the tee, and I just get chill bumps, man. I think about, like, you never forget that first time you kind of, like, Dauber, you describing Neyland Stadium, and it's like, this place is a dump. But when you walk through that tunnel and you walk out towards, onto the field area, you never forget it, man. Chill bumps every single time. So enjoy it, Tennessee King. Thank you for the super chat. Hope you'll tune in for the post-game show while you sit in traffic. Dakota for 2. Thank you for the super chat. Say it, Boogie. Pitt ain't. No, Dakota. No, you will not make me cuss on air. But Dakota, I appreciate the $2 super chat. Let's see. Am I caught up? I think I got one more to hit here. Let me go back up. Maybe I am caught up. Yeah, we're caught up on super chats. Man, you guys are showing up, showing out, showing love tonight. 410 people watching. Just a quick reminder. Make sure you guys smash the thumbs up. But quick reminder, going to give away a second free T-shirt. Brad's already won one. Brad Burnett's already won a free shirt. Make sure you message me your address, your size, what shirt you want. I'll get that sent out. You got a second opportunity. It's not too late. You can go to Twitter. Go to @TalkinVAWLS_pod. Find the tweet where I said there it is. There's the tweet. Are you entered to win?
Yeah.
Move your phone down. There you go. Whoa. Right there. That's the tweet. Go to Twitter, @TalkinVAWLS_pod. Find that tweet. Retweet it. Share that thing out. That's all you got to do. Just retweet it. You'll be entered to win a free. Look, 27.
27.
You people claim that you love this show. You like what we do. And usually we get about 4 retweets. I offer a free shirt. 27 people blast that out. Xavier the other morning show. Nobody shares the show. I say, guys, share it out, and I will. If we get 50 subscribers, I'll give away a free shirt.
Yeah,
all
come
of a sudden,
on, ball fam. That's it. Y'all got to show up.
Subscribers come out of the woodwork. Like, everybody's subscribing to the channel. But no, all in good fun. Appreciate you guys sharing out the show. Thank you guys for hanging out. Like I said, make sure you smash the thumbs up. And if you want to be entered to win a free shirt, go retweet. 1 in 27. Actually, probably like 1 in 25 because Dauber's not winning it. I'm not winning it.
Man, come on.
Look at Dauber. He wants free merchandise.
Hey,
wants free merchandise.
I got to update.
Speaking of merchandise, if you want to buy one, you can go to bonfire.com/store/talkinballs. You can check out the brand new. Let me zoom in on this picture. The brand new mustard bottle themed shirt. Look at that picture. It really looks like a French's mustard bottle. I don't know why. It's purely coincidence. But you can see it's customized. There's a guarantee stamped on that bottle. 100% for the fans, by the fans. Net weight. Darby, can you see the net weight of that bottle of mustard?
I can't see that, man.
19.98 ounces.
Oh, I see what you did there.
See what you did there. So go check out the mustard-themed shirt, but also Talkin Balls Elite. All kinds of great merchandise. If you want to rep what we do, if you want to support what we do, go check it out. The link's in the description below. I'm sure some of the mods, Dakota's usually pretty good about dropping links. It's bonfire.com/store/talkinballs. We appreciate you guys. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the support. Let's kind of jump back into the show here. Wesley Spears becomes a member of the channel. Appreciate that. You got access to those custom Talkin Balls emojis. Guys, show him what he's won. Drop him in the chat. Josh Terry for 10. Thank you for the super chat. Would love to see you guys cover VFLs in the NFL during the season. We could probably do that. I could probably put something together. That's a lot of information to track and kind of gather. I think VolQuest does that as well. I don't know if you're a member of their site. Maybe something I could think about doing. Appreciate the super chat. Appreciate the idea. We'll kick it around and see. Maybe that could ease it. That could be an easy 10-minute video maybe Tuesday. That way you include Monday Night Football. Kind of go through their stats and talk about it. But I'm not a big NFL guy. But we'll see. Appreciate that. Thank you for the super chat, Josh, and thank you for the idea. We'll kick it around. Joel for 5. Thank you for the super chat. Joel certain Heisman Trophy winner. Not cussing if you reverse it, Joel says. What's your guys' deal with trying to make me you know how many people have thanked us for keeping it clean and running a family program? Come on, guys. Come on. You can say it. I'm not going to say it. Thank you, Joel, for the super chat. Dustin Sellers for $5. Going to hop on the call-in show tomorrow. Hopefully my outhouse internet works. Dustin, you're a guy that people love. You know, all these people in the chat going nuts about Xavier. You're also one from the fan call-in show, but you got to get that outhouse internet rocking and rolling. Thanks, Talkin VAWLS, for the constant content. Look forward to a great season. Go Big Orange. Look forward to hanging out with you tomorrow on the Tailgate Show. Again, we'll be live an hour before kickoff. We'll take you all the way up to kickoff, and then we'll be live immediately following the game. Crazy Nugs for $5. Thank you for the super chat. I must have misunderstood AP this morning. 36 is the record. Still think he can break that. Yeah, 36. I think Hendon Hooker could throw 40 to 45 touchdowns.
45.
Easy. What do you, is that? Would that be you're going to place that bet?
That's a ceiling that he could get to. I think is 45.
Really, dude? I think that's a pretty accurate pick. I don't even know if that's a ceiling. I think a ceiling may be 50, and I think 40 to 45 is pretty close to where he could end up.
I'm going to stick to what I said last Wednesday. You look at Heupel's offense and his scheme, and people mistake tempo for throwing the ball all over the field. They actually mix up the run and the pass pretty evenly and pretty well. So it's not a case of, we're lining up and we're throwing 4 verticals every time. There's going to be a healthy dose of running, providing our young running backs stay healthy.
Right. Yeah, staying healthy is the key. I'm excited about Jabari Small, man. I was excited about him last year, but he played the full season, beat up, banged up. Let me hit another super chat here from Joel.
And really, I wouldn't mind seeing, Hooker do a couple runs too. Like I said, I really want to see Hooker get involved.
I think that'll be more of a part of the design of the offense this year.
It goes back to staying healthy, though. Like I think if you utilize him more in drawn up run plays for the quarterback, I think that really opens up the offense. He's got to get down. It is too crucial for Hendon Hooker to stay healthy. We need him healthy. Joel for 10, thank you for the super chat, says, can I give my elite spot to Mr. Christian Conyer for the call-in show tomorrow or whenever he has availability? Yeah, there is a Christian Conyer in the chat. Is it the Christian Conyer? Look, we had Ricky Gibson in the chat last week, but I tweeted at him and there was no response. Christian Conyer, if that is the real Christian Conyer, we're excited to have you on Rocky Top. If it's not, find something better to do than making your name Christian Conyer. But if it's the real Christian Conyer, hit me up on Twitter, at Boogie Bentley. Send me a DM, and we'll get you on the show, man. I would love to talk to you. But something tells me it's not the real Christian Conyer. But thank you, Joel, for the $10. Appreciate that. I'm more than happy. I put a tweet out a few weeks ago saying any of these class of 23 kids that want to come on here and talk and show their personality, and it's not going to be some generic BS. Tell me about your high school senior season. No, it's going to. I want to get to know the person, the kid. Let's learn who you are, man. Let's have some Joe Rogan level conversations, getting to know people. That's what it's all about. Would love to have some of those high school seniors on the show and give them a platform to show who they are. Look, it's the world of NIL. You have an opportunity to sell yourself and sell your brand, and no better place to do it than right here on the Talkin VAWLS.
Get Carnell Tate on here to be like, are you coming to Tennessee or not?
Yeah, hey, dude, you want to go ahead and let us spill the beans? You want to make your announcement right here live on air? Nick Williams laughing at my Joe Rogan comment. Joe Rogan's the man. I love Joe Rogan. Christian Conyer, if that is you, I see you. I would love to hear from you. We'll get you on here, man. Get you, Ricky Gibson. It'd be a whole big party. Be great. Be awesome. Let's talk about this Ball State game, boys. We're less than 24 hours. We're almost down to 23 hours until kickoff. Ball State, Mike New is their head coach, entering his 7th season at Ball State. 28-41 overall record. Won a MAC championship back during the COVID season 2020. After 6 straight losing seasons, they win that MAC championship in 2020. Followed that up last year, 6-7 record in 2021. 4-4 in conference play. They're not very good, guys. The bottom line, they're not very good. They average just 24 points a game, and that's with a quarterback that was a 3-year starter in Drew Plitt. He's gone, no longer
blood
playing
in
football.
the water.
He has graduated. They're bringing in redshirt senior John Paddock, takes over this year.
His first start.
But he's got some experience in the system. But the bottom line, it's Ball State. It's Ball State. We don't even have to make it's Ball State. Their defense gave up 28 points a game. I don't even really – I've already kind of went into this on the Monday morning stream. I don't even think we really need to talk about Ball State. It's more about Dauber. What do you want to see from Tennessee tomorrow night?
I said it last Wednesday. I want to be crisp in all phases of the game, both offensively, defensively, and special teams. Since we didn't do a special teams preview, like we had some people kind of hounding us for. But no, for real, I think you want to play clean, turnover free, penalty free. You want to see good movement on both sides of the ball on the offensive and defensive line. You get a good push from the offensive line, defensive line get penetration and pressure on the quarterback, plays behind the line of scrimmage, and then see those athletes making big time plays. That's one of the things I've always said is players play. So get these playmakers out there making plays. Getting these guys in open space. Let's see Jalen Hyatt bust open a 75-yarder. Get behind the coverage. Let's see Hooker drop some dimes. Show that accuracy that's really what opened my eyes to him last year. Talking about just the way he was able to protect the football. That's huge. And if he can maintain that level, and then seeing the running backs, they should be running over some people. Use that truck stick and, let's take care of business tomorrow night and then focus on Pitt.
Holy cow. Donovan in the chat, bold prediction tomorrow, Byron Young gets 5 sacks. That would almost total – what was the lead? I think the leader had 5.5 last year for the entire season. That's a tall task. Xavier, what are you looking for tomorrow against Ball State?
Just taking care of business, just take care of business. Like Dauber said, just play clean, get to a good head start. And then I really want to see just the whole team get reps, like saying your secondary, your third, everybody just get clean reps. And then, like I said, just heal up and get ready for Pitt.
Shannon Russell in the chat says, call-in show? ? That's going to be tomorrow. We're going to do a tailgate show, something we did a lot last year. We've done it on and off. It was that was the fan call-in show. The tailgate show was the fan call-in show. And because you guys, so many people join this channel, so many members of this channel, I wanted to thank you guys and do a full-time fan call-in show. So we're doing that this year. Every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. is going to be a fan call-in show. But I want to stay true to that tailgate show experience. We'll send the link out to the elite members first. I think I've not even confirmed with Dauber, Xavier. I think they'll probably be here for the tailgate show. If not, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's very laid back. It's very chill. I'm going to delete the stream right after we go off air. That way it doesn't impact the channel. But I think I'm going to send the link out to members of the elite first if they want to come on. If not, we'll kind of go down the list and add people to the show. Joel with another 5. Thank you for the super chat. Boogie needs to put a portion of super chats towards NIL deals to have guys on the show. Joel, let me educate you real quick, buddy. You don't think I'm having conversations with Spire Sports Group about having guys on the show? Certain text messages have been sent. And also, we are a Spire Sports Group affiliate. What better time to plug that than right now? We are a Spire Sports Group affiliate. What could I do with that affiliate money that comes back into the channel? I could probably pump it right back into Spire Sports Group, don't you think? Don't you think that might be what happens around here? I don't know. But if you want to support Tennessee through NIL, we are an official affiliate of Spire Sports Group. What that means is if you join through our link that is in the description below, they kick a little money our way. But still, no matter what, no matter how much money they kick our way, 90% of all funds go to the athletes. You go join the volunteer club. Brad Burnett that won the free T-shirt this week. I saw some other people in the chat that had tweeted out that they won a autographed Hendon Hooker picture by joining the volunteer club. So these autographs are the real deal. You go join the club. They've got several different tiers you can pick from. You can see there as little as $5 a month, or if you get up to $500, if you're Look, some of you guys have way too much money. The way you super chat us, you maybe could afford $500 a month. Custom video messages, access to post-game and away game special events, Tennessee watch parties, private tailgate with student athletes, volunteer branded apparel items. They got a great t-shirt. Even if you don't join, you can go to the shop. Let me I got to pull this up since I'm talking about it. You can go to the shop, check out this shirt. I need this shirt in my life. I'm going to get it ordered ASAP.
Oh, that's cool.
That is an amazing shirt. You go to our link in the description below. You click that link. You can go to their shop and add. That is an amazing shirt. I had it set to order last night, but I was upstairs and I was too lazy to come get my wallet. And that's the only thing. They don't take PayPal. You got to get the actual credit card and get it put in the number. So I'll probably get that ordered tonight while I'm downstairs. But look, that's an amazing shirt. But again, you want to get – look, it's 2022. You talk about recruiting, and if you've ever said, well, they just had more money. They had more money. That's why we lost the recruit. They had more money. Then you can get involved. You can make a difference, and there's strength in numbers. I joke about it with the memberships of this channel. 14,000 subscribers. If everybody joined the channel for 99 cents, we're talking about 14 G's every month coming into this channel. I'm done with work forever. We're just gonna pump out Talkin Balls content. But it's the same thing with NIL. If everybody gives $5 a month, we have the biggest, most passionate fan base in the country. If everybody contributes $5 a month to NIL, guess what? We're going to continue to sign big-time prospects like Nico. Dakota, thank you for the $2. Can you remove the basketball emoji and add a power T? Newsflash, Dakota, there is a power T. Custom Talkin Balls emoji. It's down there. There is a power T. You can add it. I'm still waiting on the cease and desist from the university, and then I'll have to take that down and add something else. All right, we're all caught up on Super Chats. Nick Williams is going to sign up for $5 a month. Appreciate you guys hanging out tonight. Still almost right at 400. It's not too late to go retweet, enter to win a free shirt. We're going to do some predictions real quick. We'll go around the room. Xavier, I'm going to put you on blast, put you on the spot. Give me a little breakdown, what you're looking for, even though you kind of just said it, what you're looking for this Saturday, and
Thursday.
Give me your prediction. Thursday, sorry.
No, you're good. Well, like I said, I hope they put up, you know what I'm saying, a 60 dub. You know what I'm saying? 60 double Big Mac. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if I'm going to say ball 60, I'm going to say ball stay probably 3. I mean, I don't know. They might get a couple of field goals here and there. I'm not sure. But, yeah, I expect us to win big in this game. And like I said, just get the job done, heal up and go take care of Pitt.
What do you got, Dobber? What's your prediction? Give me a little something.
63.
Don't say my score.
To 6.
All right, I'll give you that. I'll give it to you. Dobber, give me a little something. 63-6. That's all Dobber has to say.
I mean, like we said earlier, it's Ball State. There's not a lot to get into. I do think that there's going to be blood in the water for that defense. Got a kid coming in making his first start in Neyland under the lights in a home opener. That bold prediction of 5 sacks. I mean, hey, that may not be that bold, but I think offensively, I think this team gets it done. You're going to see a lot of the athletes making big plays. And I'm talking I think we'll see 3 or 4 chunk plays, over 25 yards. I really think we bust off a long run or two. And I think you're going to see Hooker to Hyatt, and I think you'll see Hooker to Tillman for big plays as well.
Well, I broke mine down on Monday. I'm doing the Monday morning live streams right now, taking off work, taking vacation days every single Monday to bring you guys a morning show. You guys asked for it, so I'll just burn through my vacation and do it. And, last year I did scouting reports every Monday, so this year that Monday morning live is going to be the scouting report. I'm going to include that in there. I'm going to go ahead and do my prediction there, and then I'll kind of repeat it here, but not too far in depth. I'm just going to kind of give my score. It's Ball State. Tennessee's going to take care of business. I've been saying 63-10. I'm sticking to that. 63 may be a little high. I could see Tennessee running the football and not really trying to put up 60. We'll see how it plays out. But I'm going 63-10. Sticking with it. Crazy Nugs for 2. Thank you for the super chat. Says we need an Xavier emoji. Yeah, let me text my stepbrother. He's the one that does all the cartoon characters, and we'll see if we can get Xavier added. He worked so hard for me. Like, he made all those Beat Bama shirts. He made the mustard bottle shirt. That may have been the most in-depth process we've done. He's working on a For the Fans, By the Fans shirt right now. He does all of our logo work. And those cartoon emojis that you see, like when I turn my camera off like that right there, he drew all that. Like, he designed all that. He designed Daubers. He's done one for Indie Kid. He's done 2 for JP. He's done 2 for JP because JP wanted to take the trash bag off of his head. So he did one for Snake. We'll get one up there for Xavier. I'll message him, see if he can get started on that. But we're a small little business over here at the Talkin VAWLS Network. It's basically, he does everything graphic design wise. But yeah, we can get that done. Dakota, thank you for 2. The old power tee, the one that matters, Xavier's shirt. Well, Dakota, that's not a power tee. That is a UT logo. That's
the interlocking logo.
Yeah, that's interlocking logo. I'll get that. I'll try to remember that as well. Actually, let me make notes. Goodness gracious. Interlocking UT emoji per Dakota and Xavier emoji. Yeah, we'll get those added. And the more people join the channel, the more emojis we can add. So you guys keep joining the channel, showing support, showing love. We'll add more emojis. Chase Newsom for 2. Thank you for the super chat. Less than 23 hours. Cannot wait. 63-10. Go Big Orange. Chase, I like the way you think. You seem like a guy that really knows your football with that score prediction. But thank you for the super chat. Look, you guys have been awesome. You guys have been generous. You amaze me every time. The way you show love to this channel. Thank you so much. Reminder, live tomorrow, an hour before kickoff, tailgate show, fan call-in show will be live immediately after the game, within a matter of minutes. It's not too late. Go to Twitter, @TalkinVAWLS_pod. Retweet that thing out. You'll be entered to win a free shirt. I'll announce that tomorrow during the post-game show. Brad, make sure you message me. I'll get your shirt sent out as well. Zachary for 2. Tennessee goes 9-3, losses to Bama, Georgia, and LSU. That's where I'm at too, Zachary, but I've got them dropping one of those toss-up swing games as well. But that's going to wrap it up for this one. Been a great show. Thank you guys for hanging out. Shout out to Xavier for jumping on. Dauber, thanks for always jumping on. We'll be live tomorrow. Can't wait. Less than 24 hours away, but that's going to do it. This is the Talkin VAWLS Network. He's Xavier. He's Dauber. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big. Shout out to Trevor McNeely for becoming a member of the channel. Orange.
That's all.